Hey there, Ricardo here. This is Stoic Answers. So, how to get out of a prison built by yourself? And why would I say that you are living in a prison, right? So, when life happens, we tend to believe that we are going to feel how we're going to feel because of the things that happen around us, right? So maybe you got a really good job and you're ecstatic. You feel really good about it, right? Because you got a good job. And because you got a good job, you got to feel good. That's understandable. Or maybe something really bad happened. Maybe someone just stole your computer. So you should feel bad about it, right? And things happen. And you go up and you go down and you go up and you go down, or you just go like this. But is there a way to feel and to be at peace all the time? So according to Stoic philosophy, there it is. There is a way. And how do you do this? So why I say that you're living in a prison built by yourself is that you are living in a prison voluntarily. So if something happens, that's gonna affect you, not in the way that, okay, if something happens, it affects you either in a good way or in a bad way. But there are three things that happen when something affects you. So when something happens, such as, I don't know, your computer just got stolen, for example, that's something that happened, right? But then there's a belief of having your computer stolen being something bad. And the reaction to that judgment, to that opinion of that being something bad, is that you feel sad. But what the Stoics say is that you have control over this second thing, over the judgment, over your belief of that being something bad. And if you can change that, well, you can change it for something better, right? So if your computer being stolen is something bad, now you have to reason to see if it is something bad actually, or if there's another belief that will help you deal with the situation in a better way. So you create your beliefs and your reality about the world. So in this case with the computer, is like the first step would be reasoning. Is it something really bad? Yeah, because I will not be able to do this and that. Okay, so you feel sad about it, right? Because you will not be able to, I don't know, work on the things that you use your computer to work on, and you will find all these things that you believe are bad because you will not be able to do them because you got your computer stolen. But at the same time, it is not beneficial to you to have the belief of you should just feel sad about it and do nothing about it. What if at the same time you have another belief that my computer got stolen, but hey, I'm a resourceful guy. I can work on my friend's computer for a while I buy the other one, or I will do something in the meantime that I buy another computer. You know, like you start wondering if other beliefs will aid you in in creating your reality in a better way. And in this sense, you would say like, okay, it doesn't matter. I mean, it got stolen, but I'm awesome and I can resolve it in some other way, you know? And in this way, you start changing the beliefs that you have, your judgment about it. So this is the basic Stoic philosophy, and you should be able to change your judgments about anything and everything whenever you want. And obviously, this is easier said than done, right? Because there are things that are not even like beliefs about the world that you have that are just there because you were raised in a way that gives you those beliefs, right? But let's say, for example, if The Stoics give a lot the example of the Spartans, and this is an amazing example. I don't know if you saw the movie 300, and there's a part in the movie where there's the whole army, the enemy army from the Persians, and they're looking at the army from a big cliff on the upper side of it, and there's a Greek guy and there's the Spartan guy, and the Spartan guy is seeing this whole army, and he's kind of grinning and laughing about it, and the Greek, you can see the fear in his face, and and he asks him, "Why are you laughing, you madman?" And then the Spartan goes on and tells him that I've never had one man being capable of giving me a beautiful and glorious death. And then he says, like, I just hope that amongst all those soldiers, there's just one that can give me that. You know, and this is amazing because you want to be like that guy, right? Completely unaffected, even happy about the terrible situation that he's about to face. But it is not terrible to him because he's used to it. He's used to war and to fighting and all that. So he is really like willing to go into it. Whereas a Greek guy, he's scared to death about that. Because all the other Greeks guys, and I imagine like his belief right there was that this is not good. This is really not good, you know? But to prove the point, there it is, that two persons can have different judgments and different beliefs, and they are creating that. So really harnessing that power of seeing, being conscious about the things that you believe in, and being able to change them by the way of words or by the way of actions, that is where true freedom lies. Epictetus even said that you may cut my leg, but you cannot take away from me my will to think that is a bad thing for me to happen, you know? That would be like the ultimate Stoic ideal, to be able to really not care about anything happening to you, because you are willing to die, actually, that you're willing to die and just how you want to. So there it is. This is I hope that you understood how this is. I think okay, there's a really good quote so we can understand this better. And it says, like a bowl of water, so is the soul. Like the light falling on water, so are the impressions that the soul receives. When the water is disturbed, the light also seems to be disturbed, yet it is not disturbed. So what this explains is that you are like a bowl of water, right? And when the light goes through it, you are the bowl, and you are the one capable of steering the water. Kind of, like your mind is the water and you can steer it. And what happens is that the impression that comes from the outside, like the external world, that will be like the light. But when it crosses through the water and it's moving, the light will seem to be something like this. But it is not disturbed. The light is just the same. Reality, everything is just the same. What becomes disturbed is your mind, and it becomes disturbed because of your judgments and your beliefs about the world. So what the Stoics want to do is really being capable of seeing the light for what it is, you know, being objective about what reality is, and use the mind in the way in the best way possible to deal with phenomena as you want to with it to happen, right? And not think that the light is the one causing the disruption in the water. You are causing it. So if you become aware of that, you will be able to see reality as you see fit, and that will help you a lot. Another thing is like thinking about the sweater, right? So the sweater is not it's keeping me warm. But what is keeping me warm is not the sweater itself. It is the heat that it is coming out of me, and the sweater is just keeping it there. So the same thing is with reality. You are the one creating reality. So if you manage to understand that and really be able to see that you are the one responsible for how you see reality, that's where freedom lies. Because you that's where freedom lies, because you are responsible of the ways you see reality. So it happens to me that sometimes, like, I'm sad, I'm angry, or whatever. There are other ways to see reality, but that is the one I am kind of choosing unconsciously at the same time to see reality with. And that, therefore, you can know that there are really, really shitty ways of seeing reality, and there are really awesome ways of seeing reality, like the Spartan and the Greek guy. You want to be like the Spartan guy, like fucking happy to do and to go forward into reality, right? So just to finish this is that once you become aware of how reality functions, you can become aware of the beliefs that will benefit you the most. Like, for example, for the Stoics, courage is one of them. So courage will always help you because it will keep you moving you forward and dealing with reality as it needs to be dealt with at the moment, right? Instead of going backwards. But you have to be able to see that it isn't your own choosing. So how are you choosing to see reality right now? That would be the question. Anyways, I hope this helps you understand better Stoicism. It helped me, and I will see you next week.